You're highly welcome to today's program, your life fulfillment program, Choices. I'm still yours sincerely, Chirele, Madam Chi, the counselor. We're talking about the subject of forgiveness. You may have noticed the past 2 weeks that I wasn't very bright. Well, I was under the weather for those few days, but thank God I'm back on my feet, and I'm sure you can see my face. I'm smiling. All right, we've talked about forgiveness on 2 editions now. I want to talk about forgiveness the more. Today I want to look at some aspects of forgiveness. One, I told us last Friday what forgiveness is not, so nobody will misunderstand me. Nobody will see it from, oh, she told me to forgive and then I threw myself open and they poisoned me. That's not what I'm talking about. Please make sure that you are looking at forgiveness in its totality of being for your own good. That is what I'm talking about. That you are seeing it from, I am forgiving Mr. A, Miss A, or Mr. B or Miss B because of my own life. I am saying forgive and let go. Forgive and forget. But like I said, the forgetfulness comes after. It doesn't come immediately. It comes after. But number one is that you must learn to forgive. And once you learn to forgive, you will realize that you are living a happier life. Forgiveness moves you from your past to a happier present and then a stronger future. Why do I say so? You know that it is attributed to the strong when they are forgiven. If you're not the type that forgives, it's not strength. It shows that you are a weak person. So for you to be a strong person, you let go. Make sure you try as much as you can to give away every malice, give away every resentment, every dislike, everything that hurts your mind. It's a thing of the heart. It affects you anyhow you want to see it. Attribute everything that you're doing to your own self first. Tell yourself, I need to be personally healthy. And for you to be healthy, you must learn to forgive. What are the benefits of forgiveness? I want to look at it today. The benefits of forgiveness. You know that I told us in the previous programs that when you learn to forgive, number one, you become a happy person. So, which means one of the major benefits of forgiveness is a happier life. Yes, happier, healthy life. It increases your happiness and gives you peace of mind. When you forgive, you have peace of mind. It brings you to a more comfortable zone. It makes you to relax. Your heart no longer overbeats. It also attracts good, positive people to you if you're a person of forgiveness. But if you're somebody that they know, she's very malicious or he's very, very malicious, sorry, people run away from you because nobody wants to be with somebody who is always angry. Because at the foot of rage, you can do anything. So to be free from every spell of anger, that thing that makes people commit suicide, that thing that makes people to kill people, murder people, that thing that makes people think ill of others, just be free from it by forgiving. Make sure you forgive somebody, no matter what they have done. Like I said to us, it is not because I want you to go back to the person as your friend. No. I told us last week, you're not keeping malice. You have forgiven the person, you have let go, but you don't want to take risk again with the person. You don't want to be seen as holding that person. Do you know the person? Yes. Are you friends? No. Because what? Because friendship is by choice. I've always told us, friendship is by choice, it's not by force. So since friendship is by choice, you don't need to say, I've forgiven her because I want us to be friends, or I've forgiven because I want him to be friends. No. Except we are talking about in terms of a relationship. Well, the fixed deposit relationship, which is marriage. That's where it will be that you have to forgive and remain. And that's if you're not having a relationship that is life-threatening. Thirdly, one of the benefits of forgiveness is that it helps you heal emotionally. It helps you heal even physically. Last week I was talking about when you are unforgiving, you release adrenaline and cortisol in your system that degenerates into cancer. And I mean it. Research it and you will see it. Scientists have proven this, and it's true, that when you are having people in mind in bitterness, you are only angry. And I made it clear to us that when you see the person that is the offender, your heart begins to run faster. Do you know what that thing means? It's overpumping, and it's not healthy for you. And then if you're physically ill, you will be demarcating the more, you begin to edge the more. But when you are able to tell yourself, oh no, nothing should bother me, you will heal faster. You will heal faster. Joe Einstein's mom, I told you people about her, that she had cancer. They gave her 2 weeks to die, but she refused to die. Why? She said, that is not me, that is cancer. And she kept on prophesying good to herself. As she kept on prophesying good to herself, that's exactly how she continued. And today she is in her 80s. Over 30 years now, she's still alive, healthy. What does that mean? When you forgive the offender, you are doing yourself a lot of good, not the offender. I've told us, whenever you are thinking of, I will not forgive, you're holding yourself. Last Friday, I called it self-imprisonment. Stop imprisoning yourself. Self-imprisonment is a major prison. It's worse than Kuje and Kirikiri prisons in Nigeria. So talk about that imprisonment that would kill your spirit, soul, and body faster. You see somebody, you just locked the person in, thinking you're locking. You locked yourself, not that person. Because some people might not even know that you're that bitter against them, and they are moving on. Some might also know that you are bitter, and they are doing it intentionally. What will you do? Will you kill yourself over there? Life is very selfish. So number one thing is love yourself, then love your neighbor. Don't, because of another person, decide to kill yourself. It doesn't work that way. When you forgive, the fourth benefit is that when you forgive, it helps your mental energy. It helps you mentally. Last week when I was talking, I talked about when you are not forgiving, you realize that you don't produce well at work. In relationship, you are a failure. Because at every little thing, you're snapping at people. Example, if you see a wife that has issues with her husband, the children are in for trouble. At all times, they are snapping at the children. I will hit you. Somebody will use something, I hit the child. Bam! Just because she's angry with somebody else, and then she's taking it out on other people. So when you are unforgiving, you don't reason well. Your mental state is affected. It affects your psyche. So the best thing you do is be free from everything that wants you to be sick. Anything that wants anybody to see you as, is she all right or is he all right? You are fine. You only need to let go. Move into the present and drop the past. If you can leave the past, you will see that the past has nothing to offer you anymore. It's history. Enjoy the day you are in, and then plan for tomorrow that you have not seen. That is life. The fifth thing I will talk about as benefit of forgiveness is that it reduces your stress level. If you're able to forgive the offender, you are less stressed. You're not thinking overnight, what do I do? Oh, I need to do this. How will I get back? The vengeance spirit. Take it off your heart. You don't need to have vengeance. You just need to move on and tell the person, I forgive you, I understand. And you move on. And then the sixth thing is that it gets you better sleep. Did you hear that? When you forgive somebody, you begin to sleep well. You know now, you know it's the truth. Yes, you know it's the truth. When you are angry with somebody, when you remember that person, your sleep leaves you. And then you begin to see yourself have issues in your life. But when you forgive, wow, I feel like sleeping. You sleep like a baby and wake up stronger and better. So my beloved, in case you don't understand why should you forgive the offender, remember these points: that you need to forgive the person to increase your happiness and peace of mind, that you need to make yourself to be acceptable by positive people, that you need to increase your mental energy, and you begin to heal physically and emotionally. And again, that your stress is gone. Once you have forgiveness, you have a quality sleep. And then it also brings your immune system to the boost. It boosts your immune system, which now brings you long life and getting you a new life. You know that the major problem in life is when your immune system is down. It means that you cannot really do anything. So make sure that your immune system is at work at all times and is healthy. Then you are happy and you are a healthy person. So some people will ask this question: how do I forgive? Where do I begin? It's a question some people will ask. How do I forgive? Where do I begin? You know, when you look at the volume of what the person has done to you, that is why you're asking that question. How do I even start? I want to tell you, first of all, take the decision. Remember, it's a choice. You can't feel it. You must take a decision. Decide, I will forgive, I will let go. I will forgive, I will let go. Once you take that decision, then you will see yourself that your peace begins to return. Then you will now ask another question: what was the reason behind the offense? You know, at the point of trying to decide to forgive, you will ask, what was the reason behind that offense? Was it intentional? And if you think yes, it was intentional, you ask yourself, what could I have done that led to that? Was I in the wrong? These are questions you ask. Then you do a self-check on yourself. And if you're able to find out that there was actually something you did to that person that led to that, immediately take the bold step, that giant step of going to the person who is the offender. You can imagine when you have been wronged and then the person that wronged you is the same person you're going to meet to say, my sister, my brother, I am sorry. I've just realized that I offended you. You know, it's not easy, because what the person has now done has covered what was the reason why the person offended you, what you did. I personally will always ask, oh, maybe I didn't know I did something wrong to this person. I'm so sorry. And then try and make up. So by the time you find out this, and then in case the person you are trying to go and make peace with is that person, he or she that says, please, I don't want dialogue, just don't bother coming. Let go in your heart. Forgive for your own sake, so that your prayer may be answered in the first place. You don't go to God when you are angry with somebody. You don't go to God when there is a pain in your heart. You cannot achieve much when you are bitter. So for your own sake, go ahead and forgive. Tell the person anyway, even if you don't want to see me or hear from me, but I want to just let you know that I've forgiven you. Somebody called me one day and said, I have forgiven you for an offense I didn't know when I committed. For something I never thought of doing. I never thought of it. It never happened. And when she told me, I actually called her to greet her, and she said, I've forgiven you. Wow, I was calling just to greet her. I've not spoken to her for like a year. And I was feeling bad I didn't have the time to see her. Only for her to say, I've forgiven you. Wow. I called her immediately. I said, I'm sorry, ma. I don't know where I wronged you, but whatever it is, please have mercy. Forgive me. I might have done it unknown. It's not easy, or what I'm telling you. Knowing very well, vividly well, that there was nothing. And by the time she said what she said, oh, do you know that for real, it wasn't me. She thought it was me. But at the end of the day, I thank God, I was able to make up. So I want you to know that when you are in the process of forgiving somebody, you must go through this self-check and then get it right. And like I said, when the person is not willing or ready, forgive the person for your own sake. Forgive the person for your own sake. And then, so that you can come out of malice. Do away with malice. Do away with vengeful behaviors. Some people are very, very vengeful. Some will tell you, I must avenge. You see that thing you did, I must revenge. Vengeance is of the Lord. For my Bible makes me to know that he said, vengeance is mine. In our Lord's Prayer, I say, Father, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. If you have not been able to forgive those who trespass against you, then Father cannot forgive you. So don't be vengeful. In case you are the type that you are vengeful, please begin now to go through these steps I have said and see how you can come out of it. In case you are the type that you are very malicious, any little thing, I won't talk to him again, I won't talk to her again. Some people in their marriages, that is what is ruining them. The woman will say, I'm the woman after all, let him come and beg me. Who told you? That is only the man that should beg you. You ought to beg your husband too, if both of you must work together. Well, that's for another day, because I'm going to be dwelling on that very much within the course of this forgiveness, when we talk about relationship forgiveness. But today I'm still talking about the benefits of forgiveness. So by the time you try to forgive, you begin to let go your vengeful behavior. Another thing you need to consider in this matter is, what was the person's state of mind at the point of offense? Yes, be considerate. Ask yourself, was that person normal? Was that the person's lifestyle? Was the person doing it to hurt me? What could it be? And then ask another question. What was the person's upbringing like? Some people in their homes, they only know vengeance. Some in their homes, they only know fights. Some in their homes, they only know I remember growing up, one of my mother's mates in our compound then, if her child comes back crying, she will ask the child, go back. You did not beat them back. I go back, I'll follow you. Let's go and fight again. So some people, that was it. You go back to go and fight. So they have that upbringing. Another woman, her own is, don't talk to them again, don't go to their house again. They are not good. And before you know it, malice. You are teaching that child malice. And then they grow up to become adults and they are all malicious. And it's not helping us. Forgiveness is the key to good health. Forgiveness is the key to good attitude. Forgiveness is the key to good results at work. Forgiveness is the key to good marriage. Forgiveness is the key to good relationships generally, be it official or unofficial relationships. So all these things are to be considered. Just always know that your background and my background is not the same. And that is the reason we are talking about helping each other to heal. So if you know that the person that is the offender is somebody that you can actually say, oh, I think there's something wrong with this person's upbringing. You don't rub it on the person's face. He or she will not accept it. But gradually see if you can love them into knowing God better. and then that will help them begin to learn to forgive. So by the time you do all this analysis, you will begin to feel good as a person. Your immune system begins to get boosted. Your health begins to stabilize because you are forgiving. Because you are forgiving an offense that a friend would have told you, if it's me, I won't agree. Oh, hey, me, I won't agree. That friend wants to take you to die. Then he or she will come to mortuary or to your funeral and say, oh, my beloved friend, and I didn't know why you had to leave. The person killed you. The person didn't need to go and give you poison in your mouth to eat. The person poisoned your soul. The person poisoned your mental strength. The person poisoned your mind. The person poisoned you generally. That is the reason why you could not forgive, and then out of bitterness you developed sickness, and sickness killed you. So please try and forgive whoever that has offended you. But don't get me wrong, remember our Friday talk. If you didn't watch it on Friday, go back and look at the last edition of these choices and see where I was talking about what forgiveness is not. Forgiveness is not relaxing for the enemy. Forgiveness is not saying that what the person did was right. Do not right the wrong. That's not forgiveness. Forgiveness is letting go the hurt. Some people say, yes, time will heal it. I've told you, years or time does not heal it. Forgive first, then time will heal it. If you don't forgive first, time cannot heal it. So I want to give you this and say thank you very much for watching. Always remember, friendship is by choice and not by force. So that you forgive somebody does not mean, yes, we are now friends again. No, it is by choice. You can remain friends if you want to be, but please do not endanger your life with somebody who ever tried to murder you. And I am telling you to forgive. Say, okay, let me forgive. That is not what we're talking about. Thank you so much. Our time is fast spent. And I want to say thank you to all that have viewed today and the people that will still view after now. Until I come your way again on Friday on the same subject on forgiveness, we have different dimensions of it that we'll be talking about. I want you to please stay safe. The pandemic is still on. Please stay safe and be guided. But God will see us through and we'll be out of it in no time, because God is in control. No pandemic, COVID-19 is not in control. Please like my page, the Career Mom page, and send in your comments. If you have questions, inbox me. We'll be able to answer, and then you have a contribution, we can talk about it. God bless you and have a wonderful week. Thank you. I love you.